Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Plum High School for a wrestling match between the Gateway Gators and your Plum Mustangs. Tonight is the senior night for the Mustangs. We will be honoring our two seniors, Vinny Citrano and Luke Heath. This Mustangs team has had a lot of success this year and can still make the playoffs with a strong finish to the season. We would also like to thank Ellie Tondrell, Elizabeth Amon, Megan Miller, Natalie Thompson, and Gloria Casey, all part of the Chamber Choir, and they just sang the national anthem. And before we start this match, do you guys have anything to say about this matchup?
Well, I know that the lineups have changed a little bit here, Jake, and senior night. Plum has two seniors, but we also know when we talked during the Penn Hills match that there's a lot of depth with the young students and the young student athletes coming up. So, congratulations, obviously, to Luke and Vinny, but. We see the Gateway. I don't know if Shane has it. He's on the Plum side. Shane pans a little bit over to the Gateway side. We know we're going to probably have 6 or 7 matches because Gateway has 7 wrestlers. So, and then joining us for his first broadcast is Mike Tondrell. Mike, how you doing tonight?
Doing great. Looking forward to the match tonight. Going to have some good matches, I expect. The Gateway team is a little short on numbers, but they have good wrestlers.
We have Mr. Steve Zumo that is doing the introductions tonight. So.
Yeah, Plum has an extremely deep team with having 2 wrestlers
Sure.
at a lot of weights. Where for a lot of these teams, they're glad to fill in one kid per weight group. So very deep and a young team. So we have 2 seniors. Most of the team comprises of sophomores.
No, and that's good for the future. And I know you've been with the program for a while, Mike, and the JOs, the junior high. I know there's a lot of numbers there, so hopefully only good things to come here for the Mustangs in the future. And a great crowd here also tonight. It's nice that the wrestling program brings out the entire program, not just the high school program, but obviously the entire program. So because these students, if they follow through, will eventually be them here.
That's where it all starts. In the youth program, we have like 54 youth kids showed up tonight for the match.
There's Lucas being announced, gets a nice cheer from the home fans. Now, Frankie does have an injury. He's been in a sling for the last couple of days at school, Mike, so he has it wrapped up and out of the sling, so this will be something to look at and watch for during his match.
Right. Frankie injured his elbow last week wrestling in the county tournament. He ended up taking 8th place. He was wrestling to get in for 5th and 6th and got injured in that match.
Sure.
So defaulted back to 8th. I think he would have placed higher if it wasn't for the injury. He's wrestling real tough. With his injury, he was a little nervous. I'm nervous about him wrestling.
Well, sure, absolutely.
And I know his family is too, but he's insisting. He wants to be out there. So
that's good.
He's a competitor.
Sure, absolutely. Okay, Jake, who do we have here? Who's Mr. Zumo going to call out here?
So if I'm not mistaken, our weights for 120 are Dylan Overcash and Stephen Thompson. And one of them will be wrestling Arante Henningkamp for Gateway.
Carson Yaka will get that first DQ. Yeah, you're right, Jake. Arante comes out and Snyder. So here we go. We shot him pretty quick there, Mike, huh? I mean, right off the bat.
Yep, quick, cut off the whistle. Deep shot, Sam's fighting it off. He's got to control that wrist. He's going to try to get that foot down to the mat. But he wants to face the guy. Oh, no. The other guy's got to cover his hips to get the 2 points. Nothing, no points there.
Snyder's able to escape, so nothing up on the scoreboard yet, but should be obviously 2-1.
It was real strong defense by Sam. They didn't. He fended it off, so the ref didn't give the 2. Yeah, Sam did a great job fighting that off. A lot of times wrestlers will give up and turn their back to the wrestler when it looks like they're going to get taken down. But he fought it right to the end and ended up 0-0. Whoa. Nice go behind from Sam.
I think they're behind on the score. Okay, now they have it up 2-1, so.
2-1 Snyder. Yes, the Gateway kid Arante took a shot, got his head down. Sam pressured down, spun behind, got his 2, and then Arante got escaped for his 1. So we got 2-1 Sam Snyder.
So what's Sam going to try to do here, Mike? Is he going to try to ride him for a while, lean on him,
I believe Sam will ride him here. I think he's just going to keep the pressure on, get the weight up on the kid's hands so he can't come up to his feet. Tie up. Oh, okay, he's got a chicken wing there. Now he's going to try
to turn him, right?
Yep, he's going to try to tilt this up. I think he's got that arm bar back. He's got a tight waist coming across.
Yeah, Ronde here is not in good shape here. We're almost 40 seconds into the second.
Yeah, Sam's tough on top. He's really tough to get away from. And Arante is definitely one of their better wrestlers. I think he's 14-7 on the year.
Wow.
And he's a tough kid. He's a junior at Gateway.
Yeah, he got up to that bridge, and then he actually stood up, but Sam was able to take him right back down. So now we have 50 seconds left in the second. And you're right, Mike. He is trying to turn him. He's leaning on him, putting that weight on him. You know, it's something that Cam Wickline and I talked about last week. When you get to the heavyweights, it's a lot different. You know, when the younger ones or the lighter weights are putting that pressure on you, you know, and then when you got Mathiosi or someone putting pressure on you, or as I remarked back in the day, whether it was Cassidy or Brian Cartwright or any of these other guys, I mean, when you have 280 pounds on top of you, it's a whole heck of a lot different.
Yeah, for the most part in matches when it's an opportunity for the kids to pick their choice, up, down, bottom, on their feet, most of the time you pick down because it's considered the easiest way to get points is an escape.
Yeah, because you can get that 1 point, obviously.
But when you get to the biggest kids, it doesn't always happen.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of times the real big kids, because they got a big kid on top of them, they choose not to go underneath. So that's with Sam's choice here. Sam's choosing down, just like you had mentioned.
So will he try right away, do you think, to try to get up right away and get out and get that point?
Yeah, Yeah, ideal. The best thing to do here is they say to explode on bottom and get back pressure into that guy and get to your feet. Because the top guy, what he wants to do is he wants to knock you forward, get the weight onto your hands, so then he can start tying up either your hands
Sure.
to get you on the mat.
A little bit of a delay here, right, Mike? I mean, it's taking a little time to get
Yeah, just getting
situated.
set. Yep. Yep. So Sam, there he goes. Sam's coming up to his feet. He's just being real careful there to make sure not to give up hand control. So he did a nice job there.
And so he's up 3-1. Got out real
Ooh.
quick.
That was a nice. Sam attempted what's called a throw by. The guy grabbed his head and he threw it by to try to spin behind. Kid fought it off. Kid's in deep on a single. Sam's locking through, blocking it off. Good defense. Real good defense. Now he's got that far ankle tied up.
Now, what will he try to do here, Mike?
So Sam wants to keep that ankle there. So now that, because what the kid, Arante from Gateway wants to do is get in and come around, spin behind. But with Sam grabbing that ankle, he can't
do
move.
that.
So now he's sort of, immobile, where Sam was trying to break loose that leg and he could spin behind for 2.
Now, what did the ref whistle there, Mike?
So that was a stalemate. So a lot of times when the two wrestlers get in a situation where neither one seems to be making much progress, either an escape or a takedown, the ref will just stop the match. It's called a stalemate, and they'll start back fresh from whatever position they started in. Somebody, I missed it here.
Yeah,
but
maybe
someone's
I see
injured.
Ryan's over there from East Suburban Sports Medicine. Looks like Sam has a cut on his knee there.
Okay. Yep.
Wipe that up real quick,
Yeah,
obviously.
Anytime they see blood, they'll stop the match. They have to wipe it up, and obviously stop the bleeding. Usually there's about, I think it's 5 minutes they call blood time, that they'll stop the match.
Okay.
And if over the course of a match, if there's more than 5 minutes, it would actually end up becoming a default, like an injury default.
So Arante would win then?
If there would be more than 5 minutes of the blood time. It's pretty rare.
Now, I see that Ryan there, Road Dog, he's wrapping it. That's legal? He can do that?
Yep.
Okay.
So that's what they'll stop them with. Then they wrap it up good. I don't expect this to be much of a problem being on the knee. Nosebleeds are
oh, I'm sure, yeah. That's a lot more different, obviously.
It's difficult to stop those. Because you could, and you'll see the kids get their whole head wrapped in it. It looks interesting. But that makes it much more. I don't think this will be a problem.
And the ref and I don't know if you know this ref, but I mean, obviously he's detailed. You saw a little blood on the mat, and they called the coach out to wipe that up, especially in the middle of a pandemic here, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, you
Right.
know. So we're under a minute. It is the third period. Plum up 3-1, 12-0 overall for the team score.
So obviously nothing happens. Sam wins. Sam gets a takedown. It would pretty much lock up the match. There we go. Nice. Kid got a little overextended on his shot. He was desperate to get that 2-point takedown because he was going to lose if he didn't. So he had to take a shot. So he took a shot, got a little extended. Sam took advantage of that.
Yeah, he spun around and right on it, spun right over him, and he's up 5-1 here as we have 15 seconds left. That should be it here. Yeah, good first match.
Yep, solid.
A good win for Sam. He gets 3 points. So the Mustangs up 15-0.
Yeah, and Sam actually bumped up from 113 to 120 in that match. So it was good.
So who we have up here next, Jake?
I believe we have Antonio Walker against Luke Pawlowski.
Okay.
I apologize. His name's Antonino Walker.
Antonino, yes.
Yeah, and that is his name, and I think named after his grandfather, I believe. And he goes by Nino.
Well, he shot him right away there, Mike. Now this is an awkward position here.
Yep, once Nino gets there, we go. 2 points.
Got the 2.
All right, so it looks like Nino's cutting him here. So you get 2 points for the takedown, and you get one for the escape. So apparently Nino's very confident in his ability to take the kid down, and he's willing to exchange 1 point for 2.
I've told the students before, Mike, not to get sidetracked. I can remember when Matt Cassie would be the only one that would win when we would go out to Kiski. Yeah. And those fans would ride him because Matt would take down his opponent and then push off and let him out. And that lasted for all 3 periods. So it was like 2-1, 4-2, 6-3. Yeah, and he actually told me afterwards in class, I did that on purpose because they hated me over there. And that was going to be our only victory of the night.
Right. So it's a way to run up the score.
Sure.
But you better make sure you get the 2 and the takedown, because if you give up the escape and you get taken down, then you really hurt yourself. But
sure.
Yeah, Cassidy and Nino here, I have no concerns. I think he'll get his 2.
Yeah, he got the 2. He's up 4-1. He's trying to turn him here.
Yep. Yeah, Nino's just a sophomore. As a freshman, he took second in the WPL last year. He's which is
it's great.
It's incredible. It's very unusual for a freshman. Well, quite frankly, for any class,
anyone,
it's great, but as a freshman.
He's going to choose down, obviously. So just like you suggested in the last match, Mike, he's going to get up and get out, I assume, right away. And then try to potentially.
So he just keeps working back to his keeps back pressure, work back. Oh, he's stepping over for a 2-point reversal.
And he's going to go right back to work to try to turn him, I assume.
So ref's looking for back points. You have to get the kid a 45-degree angle to the mat for a 2 seconds to get 2 points. If you hold him there, a 45 angle for more than 5 seconds, you get 3. But I think right now he's just gave a 1 swipe. So.
Now he's up 6-1.
Oh. So now Nino's thrown the legs in. He's brutal with these.
Good job by the Gateway wrestler to go
to fight that off.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nino's so tough on top. Actually, he ends up changing the rules for a lot of wrestlers, where I say you usually pick down. You can't believe how many matches I've watched where the kids refuse to pick down because they know the likelihood of them getting out is slim.
I mean, good job by the Gateway wrestler right now not to get pinned again.
Yeah, he's fighting, he's battling.
He did get 3 points. Now, he's coming now in the double digits here as we have 8 seconds left in the second. What is, to our viewers, Mike, what's the majority victory here?
Well, a 8-point lead gets your team, an 8-point win gives your team 3 points. between 9 and 15 points and 14 points would give a 4 points for your team.
And then it's a 15, right? Is it over 15?
Well, at 15 or more. So right now it's 11-1. Nina's got a 10-point lead. If he would take him down and put him to back for 3 back points, he had a 15-point lead, they would actually stop the match. It's called
that would be a 5-0. Technical fall,
technical fall, right. Although I'm not sure. I think this is going to end it here.
He has that cinched. Yeah, he's that cinched in. So
he gets 16 points.
So that takes the lead, the team score, to 21-0. Who do we have?
Trent.
Who do we have here? Jake?
It looks like our next wrestler is going to be Vinny Citrano, who looks to face Eric Brophy, if I'm not mistaken, since he is going to wrestle a couple weight classes ahead of him.
What do you do against Vinny, Mike? Not to give away trade secrets here, but
honestly, it's going to be tough for Gateway. It's going to be tough for him. I mean, Vinny's, like you say, he's ranked right now second in the WPIL. He's undefeated this year. He wrestled last week at the Allegheny County Championships and won it. In the finals, he had to wrestle the kid that's ranked 6th in the nation, and Vinny beat the 6th-ranked wrestler in the nation. It's a tall order for the Gateway kid. Honestly, the Gateway kid, his best option, as Coach probably told him, is go out and just try to keep it as close, slow it down.
Slow it down. Try not to get pinned.
Try not to get pinned. Try to keep it as close as you can. But it's a tall order.
And he'll have a weight advantage against Vinny, obviously, because Vinny's wrestling up.
Yep. I think Vinny, they moved up. Being his senior night,
sure.
I think he, definitely wanted to have a match. I think he was going to get a forfeit at 132. So Trent Reese went out, took the forfeit at 132, and like I said, Vince wanted to make sure they wanted to get him a match tonight. So he's going to give up some weight, but he can handle it.
Okay, so Vinny lets him up. We have 6-2 lead for Citriano.
Yep, so we're down to 26 seconds. Vinny will want to get 2 points here before the period ends. So you'll see him be pretty aggressive right now. You want to end you want to end every period on top if you can. Makes a significant difference. There we go.
So fast.
With 18 seconds, he'll ride him out at this point. Yeah, with letting someone go to take them down, you usually have at least 30 or more seconds. But with 12 seconds, he'll just ride them tough here.
Yeah, you're right, Mike, because we're down to 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second.
Looks like you got 2 back.
Gave him 2 more points there, Mike, so that's 10-2 now.
So it was Gateway's choice. He deferred his choice to the 3rd period. Vince takes down.
But it felt like Vinny let him try to turn him, and he just.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. Well, I think Vince came up to his feet. The kid has so much time to try to return him to the mat, and Vince hit a switch for a 2-point reversal.
So it's 12-3.
Vince did a nice job snapping down, pressuring the kids.
Oh! I've never seen that before.
I've seen it 4 times this year,
Oh,
and all
really?
by Vince.
Oh, okay. So that's his
It's-
move. What do
it's
you call it?
something.
I've never seen that.
It
What do you
is-
call that?
I'd seen it a few years ago back on the internet. and
He
it
likes
was called
leapfrog
actually, it's the flying squirrel.
The flying
Squirrel.
Okay.
Where you're more or less head to head with someone. They're on their knees. Most people try to spin left or right to go around, where you actually jump right over the top to get your 2 points.
I
It's
have never, in all the years, Mike, I've never seen that.
And it is very unusual, and it's unusual for the wrestler that it's getting done to. That's tight. I think that's going to end
Oh,
the
yeah,
match
he
here.
has him, and he turned him.
Yeah.
A good job by the Gateway wrestler. I mean, he almost made it into the third.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, he wrestled tough. These kids they're all battlers. You can tell that they're fighting hard, no matter what the score is.
So Plum goes up 33-0. Jake, who do we have next?
It looks like we have Dakota Pisano against Sivaraman Aresh. Oh, my apologies. It looks like we're going to see Julian Sepeliak, I believe.
Hey, Steve Zuma was a little surprised with that, too. He's like, oh, that's a forfeit also.
I remember we talked about this last broadcast. Plum Wrestling has never had a shutout before.
No, yeah, you're right, Cam. We did talk about that. Like, never. Mike, have you ever seen?
I haven't seen it. I
mean, it was close against Penn Hills, obviously.
Very close. I think they lost one match.
Yeah, lost one match.
And then they forfeited one because Ollie Freeman didn't wrestle in the heavyweight, I think.
I believe there's a mistake there almost by Gateway.
What's up?
I think they were they almost forfeited 152. And then at that point, I think their 152-pounder was going to have to go up to 160. I think he was going to wrestle Jack. But it looks like Coach Supak pulled Jack back off the mat, and Julian's back out there now. So this is at 152, Julian.
So we have the 152 match here.
Oh, nice shot, Julian.
Yeah, right off the bat.
Wow, nice. Nice deep shot, finished it well.
And I don't think the Gateway wrestler, Mike, is in good position. Now he got onto his, got in that bridge, that safe position. But
yeah, Julian's tough. He's just a freshman. He's a real strong kid. He's been wrestling a few years, doing real well. He's got what we call a bar and a wing. So where he's got the left arm, it's called a wing or a chicken wing, and he's barring the far wrist, running around.
He's turning him
this
here.
This is going to be tight. Oh, no.
He's still spinning and still trying to get back onto that safe bridge formation there.
Good fight by the Gateway kid to come out of that. A lot of times, he's got a near side cradle. That's tight.
Wow. Gave him, 3 back points there, and then I can't believe he didn't pin him there. I'm shocked. What's the ref looking for
okay.
there?
All right, well, the kid's headgear slipped down off his head, down around his neck. I was a little confused why he stopped it with the kid on his back.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought maybe I missed something.
Yeah, a lot of times it's the referee's judgment there when to stop.
So we have 30 seconds left. Plum up team score, and they will win, obviously, tonight. It's 39-0. But, and it's 9-0 with this match. And, woof. And that's it. Another 6 points takes the score to 45-0.
Yeah, you're right. So Plum will win this match, but every kid's wrestling for themselves
Oh,
now,
sure.
So it looks like we'll see Andrew Clausen against Floyd McKenna.
Oh, too quick 2 points there by the Gateway wrestler.
You know, it was a deep shot. Oh,
Oh,
good turn, got the
reversal
head.
there, huh? Got out. Clausen shot him pretty quick after that. Got that leg. What's he trying to do with it here, Mike?
Oh, there we go. 2
Took him
points.
down.
Yep.
Quickly
Nice.
goes from 2-0 to 3-2.
Yeah, both these guys are juniors. McKenna's tough. He's 16-6 on the year. This is a rematch where Andrew Clausen pinned McKenna back in December.
Okay.
But like I said, McKenna's a tough opponent here, and with the pin, you never know if you know the next match what'll happen. You know, it could be. You can see, like I said, it's a tough match right now.
Ooh.
You know, I can't watch wrestling without thinking that had to hurt. Everything I see looks painful.
Yeah, Andrew's very strong.
Oh,
So he had on that single, and he what
Sure.
it's called a crackdown, is what he just did.
yeah, he's trying to turn him there. Unfortunately, we're like at 4 seconds left in the period. Clausen's up 3-2.
Nice switch.
5-2 now. Oh. Should he continue to try to turn there, Mike?
Yeah, no, he's good. He's got that. That's very tight. That's going to be really hard for the Gateway McKenna to fight off of his back on this one. Oh, wow.
Wow, yeah, he
Good
kind
fight.
of just twisted. Wow.
Andrews keeps that elbow, keeps him back. And right now here, Andrew wants to slide back, get his shoulder in front of his shoulder, and sink it in a little deeper.
And again, big boys can. We talked about that, Mike. We talked about that at the beginning. A lot of pressure on.
There's a lot of strength and weight there to fight off.
Yeah, 57-0.
Could we see the first shutout ever?
Well, we should have, what, 2 matches left, right?
2 matches.
Luke and
no, 3. We got Luke, we got Frankie, and we'll have Ollie.
Oh, okay, Ollie. Okay, yeah, 3 left.
I believe our seniors tonight are wearing different singlets because it is senior
Oh,
night
they
to
are.
show
You know
off.
what? I didn't even notice that. They're wearing the yellow.
Those probably have to be from a couple years ago now.
Sure.
Because Plum's turned into that purple and yellow now instead of the purple and Vegas
instead
gold
of that
they used to
Vegas
be.
gold. I'd like to see Luke here do well tonight, get a victory on his senior night. Jake, who's the Gateway wrestler? I missed the call.
Yeah, it is going to be Jacob Poloski, I believe, wrestling Luke Heath, since they are the only two 189 classes. So.
Okay. Pulaski just took down Luke there for a 2-0 lead as we have a minute left in the first period. Now, does Gateway have two other wrestlers to go? I don't see. I know we said Frankie and Ollie, but I don't see. I mean, I only see one other wrestler on the Gateway side.
No, they might not, right?
Yeah, Ollie might have a forfeit. I don't think their 285 wrestler is here.
Okay.
So I believe it's going to be
Sure.
Frankie as the last wrestler, but I guess we'll see here.
Gateway has run into a bit of COVID issues recently, so we knew that some of their wrestlers not showing up was going to be a possibility coming
Yeah,
into the
with the
night.
COVID issues and stuff. So, I mean, Coach Stupak said that, they had to cancel against Franklin Regional yesterday. So,
If I can remember correctly, I think this is the first time Plum's gone into a period losing tonight,
yeah, tonight.
which to get something like 5 or 6 matches in, that's very impressive.
Nice near side,
Oh.
far side cradle for Luke. Yeah, Luke did a nice job with that cradle there.
Yeah, he had it.
Then they came up. He got maybe a little greedy going for that extra, I think chin whip for a takedown, and the kid slipped behind for a takedown. Oh,
Almost.
oh, good motion underneath by Luke.
We have a minute left here in the second. 4-2. Luke is down, trying to get out. Oh,
Wow. Oh.
almost. Now, can they call stalling on the Gateway wrestler here, Mike? I mean,
Well-
he's not doing anything right now, correct? For the
Right.
last
Right. So
20 seconds?
whoa, headlock. Oh,
Ooh.
man. All right. Just Gateway rolls its rail. Yeah, so on top, the referee's looking. They call it parallel riding. If you're just staying back behind, the top wrestler's more or less obligated to be going for back points for a pin.
Sure.
And if it looks like he's just hanging on, riding, just trying to ride, the ref could hit him with a stall call. Now he did come up. He went up for a half there. That'll bide him some time. He's riding a little bit high, and that's what Luke keeps going up there. We call head hunting. So,
Sure.
So Luke's reaching for his head and trying to turn through.
Boy, it'd be nice for Luke to get a 1-point escape here with 5.5 seconds.
This would be.
Ugh.
Oh yeah. Come on.
Close.
Yep.
Yeah, he made a run at it.
Yep. Okay. Good job.
Smart. Luke is like he wants down, wants to get that point,
So if
wants to try to do a reversal.
Well, if he can come out here and make it 4-3, then it could come down to a takedown for the win.
Sure.
So he's got to get his one first, though.
And I think the Gateway wrestler's tiring out. He's doing nothing offensively, in my opinion, the whole second.
He is hanging back. You're right. The ref could hit him for a stall, and that would be a big advantage. It would help Luke because that would force the kid to open up.
Now,
Right.
would Luke get a point if there's a stall called?
There's the first
Well,
one.
you get a
there's
warning, right?
And then the second one's one. But it would be important now with a minute 30
Sure.
left to get that warning because you don't want to get up to your feet and without the kid with the warning, and he could just sort of start backpedaling and circling around without any risk. But with he has a warning on him, then he knows the next one's a point. So
wonder if Luke's just buying time here, trying to catch his breath, or if he's tired.
I think he's just being careful not to give up there. So the kid on top's working for his wrist to tie up his wrist like that. And I think Luke was trying to be careful not to give up the wrist, but the kid got to it. You know, in bottom, you want to keep a good base, and you got to avoid the guy on top tying up a wrist or getting an arm bar like that.
Now he has 30 seconds here.
Yeah, now there's time's a ticking here.
Yeah. Has to do, if he's going to do something, it's got to be now.
He might need at this point to go for the 2 and not the 1. So early on, we were hoping for a 1-point escape and a 2-point takedown to win. Now, really, it's with this amount of time left, the best hope is to get a reversal and tie it up and send it to overtime.
And Cam, we won't see that shutout, obviously. It's 4-2. I mean, good match by Luke. He was close.
Yeah, Luke wrestled tough. It's tough. I mean, these Gateway kids are tough. Almost all of them have winning records. It's just they don't have a lot of wrestlers, but the wrestlers they have are good.
They're good.
So it looks like we'll see Frankie Masiosi against Asen Osbrook.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Frankie does here with the injury. It's 57-3. This will be it for the night.
Now that the shutout isn't intact anymore, I think we're all just hoping Frankie doesn't get hurt.
Sure. Boy, to pick up Frankie and toss him,
Yeah.
that's not an easy task, to say the least here.
Frank is not a little man.
Some strong kids out there.
Sure.
The good thing for Frank, though, it doesn't look like he's favoring his left arm at all.
At all. Agreed.
Okay. Gateway locked their hands from a neutral position. So at this point, there's no worry there. We'll stop it. So Gateway was on top. They locked hands. But the ref will continue to let the wrestling go on until something happens. So Frankie gets a point there for the locked hands. But then as soon as the kid then put him towards his back, he stopped it. But then the ref gives the bottom man an opportunity to escape, even though the kid made the illegal move. Full Nelson, another point. So Gateway, both hands under the arms, back on the hands touch the head. That's a full Nelson, illegal full Nelson. So Frankie gets a point.
So Frank
there.
gets a point, so we're tied up. And Frankie seems like the kid also, I know from teaching him for the last half year. If you do something not nice to him, like he doesn't forget that. He's like his aggression level just went up a nudge.
Well,
you know?
well, I think a lot of times you say, "What you don't want to poke the bear."
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
You're correct, Mike.
Frankie's a nice kid. He's a good kid. Don't get him mad.
Yeah.
Just want to keep that head down. Wanted to see Frankie snap and spin behind there. Oh, nice double.
Oh,
wow.
2 points there for Frank with 10 seconds left in the first. Oh, he was almost in a
Wow.
bad position there, Mike.
Wow.
Another 5 to 8 seconds. That might have not been good for Frank.
Yeah, Frankie got in a nice deep double finish, strong. And the kid hits a Granby, and yeah, it was. This kid moves around. He's an athletic kid.
This kid's strong. I mean, that whistle blew, and Frank didn't budge him.
This kid's strong and he's quick
He's
for being in
yeah.
the 215.
Oh, he's going to Merkel. He's going to.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Whoa. Oh! Couldn't keep him down. Oh, he's close.
He has him, I think.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow,
There's a lot of action there.
Yeah, what a series of events.
I mean, he was almost pinned twice in that match, Frank. Great match by Frankie Masiosi to take the final score to 63-3. I believe. Well, no, it'll be 69-3.
I believe they each almost just pinned each other twice in that last 10 seconds of the match.
Right. It all started off with Frankie going for, they call him Merkel, trying to put the kid at the back, but the kid slipped off, and then it goes back and forth, and a good result in the end.
Looked like they were both on their back at multiple different points in that match. That was a very good, very fun one to end on.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, Jake, Cam, anything to add here at the end here as we wrap it up?
No, I mean, like, even with all the forfeits, I don't think that Gateway would have had a chance even if they had all the wrestlers. That's how good the Mustangs have played. I mean, just dominating all around, you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think any of the wrestlers had a chance, and that just shows, you know, the character and the work ethic in the Mustangs wrestling team. And there's not much more to say. It was just a dominant win tonight.
Agreed. Mike, anything to add? Your first match? I hope you first televised match doing play-by-play. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was exciting. Real proud of the kids. They look great. Everybody was hard. Both sides wrestled real hard. Real happy for the seniors, Vinny and Luke. I think they did a great job. Yep, just glad to be here.
No, I'm glad you joined the broadcast. You're more than welcome to come anytime. And once again, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, the final score was the Plum Mustangs 69, the Gateway Gators 3. Have a good night, everybody.